It's all out war in the streets. What's up, guys? Oh shit, I left the menu up. What's up, guys? Welcome back to more Song of Memories. I apologize. In some more recent videos, my voice has been a lot quieter. Only now has it come to my attention. So it's been like, I don't know how many episodes. It was like, I don't know, like the last 2 or 3 Satsuki episodes and all of Canon's episodes, and now the first fucking bits of Yuno's episodes. Recently it was in the ending of Canon's and however far we've gotten in Yuno so far, I noticed it and I thought maybe I was sitting too far away from the mic. I thought, it was my fault. I mean, in the end it was my fault, but I thought it was something I was doing wrong immediately in the recording. So in like the last recording session, I was like really up close to the mic. I was, my lips were practically brushing the pop filter. I was like right up there. And, I sat down, I quickly threw that into my editing software just to see, how it sounded, and it was still just like really fucking quiet. I don't know what had happened there, but then I remembered that recently, while I was not recently, this was probably nearing a month ago, maybe, like at the beginning of March, so it was at least like 3 weeks ago, I realized that, I had recently done vocals in one of my songs I was recording, so I thought maybe, when I fucking messed with the microphone in my music software, that it might have affected my microphone, just in general, and it did. Sure enough, my microphone had been turned down way low, and I didn't even realize it until much, much later. I didn't realize that turning it down in my music software had also turned it down for my other softwares as well, which is very unfortunate. But now I'm sitting here, I got the microphone a decent bit away from my face, like I can actually see the microphone. Before, like in the last recording session, I couldn't see it at all. I was just so up close and personal with it, I couldn't see it at all. Now I have to have it tilted a bit away. Fuck, I cranked the microphone fucking volume way up, and now in my in my capture software, I actually had to turn my fucking microphone volume down. I wanted to keep the overall volume up just so I don't have to fuck with it ever again, but within this software I turned it down a little bit because it was just, apparently it had been being held back this whole time. Because like ever since I switched over to this microphone like fucking 2 years ago, when did I switch over to it? Fucking Mass Effect 2, so that was 2016. So 3 years ago, fuck, no, I'm not quite, 2.5, whatever. But 2.5 years ago, ever since I switched to this mic, it's been at this level. But only recently has it been fucked with, and it was because only recently did I adjust the microphone levels for a song I was working on. So yeah, that's why the previous episodes have been very quiet. My voice has been. I've tried raising the volume on the recording, but since the software I'm using, because my computer is a very slow computer, it's why I can't separate my my voice from my actual game recording. It's all recorded into one file. I don't have a separate sound file just from my voice, and so that's the reason why I can't just raise the volume on my voice. Oh, why don't you just make yourself louder? I can't, because it's all part of one file. The game audio as well as my voice is all part of one big file. So even if I separate the audio from it, it's still all the game audio. I turn it up, then all the game audio gets turned up with it, which is what I try to do because I thought, maybe the game wouldn't be too overpowering. But still, even then, I turned it up to the point where I was like, alright, the game is getting a bit too loud, but my voice was still really fucking quiet. So I just wanted to upfront, I don't fucking know how long I've been talking. Wait. I know I've been talking about this for 4.5 minutes now, but just wanted to explain why the previous episodes have been so quiet. It was 100% my fault, and I own up to that. But from now on, you can hear me loud and clear. Maybe a bit too loud. I don't know. I did do a test on this. I did do a test on my new microphone settings and the new microphone position and all that. I did, test it out. to make sure it just wasn't unbearably loud. You know, I didn't want to fucking crank it up so loud that you couldn't hear the game and that, I was like breaking people, fucking breaking your ears and shit. I didn't want to do that. But I wanted to be much louder than I was, that was for sure. So anyway, enough of me explaining my previous fuck-ups. This is an impromptu recording session. You may have noticed I didn't do any of those with Cannon's route, mainly because I wasn't as invested in this, and I didn't think I was going to be as invested in Yuno's route either. However, I've really gotten into Yuno's route because honestly, I do like Yuno a lot. She's great, and going into all the shit, all the little events before the pandemic, it just made me love Yuno that much more. And now all this shit that's happening now, I love Yuno. So now, yes, today isn't a scheduled recording day, but fuck it. I have 2.5 hours before I need to. I have to fucking go to sleep, or else I will fucking wake up sleep deprived. But well, fuck, I'm gonna sleep deprive myself anyway, just because. Oh fuck, I do have to wake up that early, don't I? Yeah, fuck it. It doesn't matter. I don't care. We're playing Song of Memories because fuck it. I want to go further in Yuno's route, and that's what I'm gonna do. So yes, as we figured out in the last recording session, Yuno is living in the Academy of Infirmary right now. However, what I don't understand about this route is, in this route, after not being able to contact the main character, Yuno eventually calls Satsuki. Why did that not happen in Satsuki's route? I just feel like I don't feel like Yuno's character would have changed all that much to where she wouldn't, like, even if she had noticed that the main character was catching feelings for Satsuki and vice versa, I don't think that would have prevented her from calling Satsuki. I'm not 100% sure. I get why they didn't, because they wanted to focus on Satsuki in that route and on the player's relationship with Satsuki. I get that, but it's something feels off about it. It feels like if it happens in this route, it should have happened in that route as well. Just my own little take on it. Whatever. Doesn't matter. It's not going to change now. Game's already out. My opinion's not going to change it, but whatever. In the end, I'm still enjoying myself, still enjoying what's going down. But we've been sitting at the screen for a solid 5+ minutes, so let's get some progress going. After I get home, I explain the situation to Ken and Yuno. I was conflicted for a while over whether or not I should tell them, but they both seemed worried about Yuno, and I was worried the strain would hurt Cannon's health. I don't want to worry Cannon any more than she has to worry. She's going to die. Eventually. I mean, those markings are a pretty big deal. Aside from the markings, she's fine. Sir, aside from your cancer, you're doing great, Like, imagine telling someone that. Aside from your terminal illness, you're doing fantastic. Just keep up the great work, my dude. It's just, like, I get it, he's trying to lessen the load of dropping that bomb. Like, yeah, we found, she is infected, but it's like, oh, but, besides the infection, she's doing great, Maybe things will get better, we don't know. He's trying to be all optimistic, I get it, but at the same time, I feel like, yeah, you're doing a disservice, honestly. I doubt that. Because right now, we're not aware that Cannon is infected, but, even Cannon's fucking, the secret that we only found out through Cannon's route, even that aside, even if we were completely ignorant of that, even if we thought, Cannon was just her normal self as we knew her pre-pandemic, pre-knowing anything about Cannon's route, I'd still say Yuno's a bit worse off, because that infection is much worse than, whatever kind of fucking, I mean, yes, Cannon's bedridden, I get that, so she's probably a lot weaker physically, but, even if Cannon's true illness aside, Cannon can recover from what she's got if we didn't know about that, Yuno can't really recover from what we know at this point. There's no cure. I doubt that's gonna help. They're gonna send her to Raytom. Well, they're probably getting raided, aren't they? Abandoned and raided.
どうしてだ？
僕、今日はやることないから家でずっとテレ
And
ビを
you've been
見てた
seeing
ん
the
だけど、
truth.
この辺りの病院はみんなレイトムと協力して感染者の受け入れと治療を始めたらしいんだ。テレビでの報道を聞く限りだといいことっぽく聞こえるんだけど。
But we've seen the men with guns. Yeah, they're making Raytom sound really violent in this route. In the previous routes, they've been like, yeah, they've got armed guards, you know, to protect like the rations and whatnot. It's like now they're fucking going through the streets and they're fucking hunting people down. It's all out war in the streets. Which I mean is true between the other, you know, non-infected groups and whatnot, but still, they make it sound like fucking Raytom is this black ops group that's going through and hunting people down rather than the group that's trying to help the situation. And there's the gunfire to emphasize my point. I don't think they're the ones causing it necessarily, but they're definitely perpetuating it, that's for sure. Yo, a lot of it's probably I mean, we already saw with Cannon having the fucking rocks thrown at her that, you know, is probably that, you know, definitely it's the non-infected people that are really starting the fucking shit, making waves and whatnot. But yo, Raytom's definitely not helping, yo, resolve the violence, that's for sure. Well, yeah, in any kind of fucking pandemic, apocalyptic, dystopian fucking type shit, it always gets fucking bad after dark. You never see it get it never gets super bad in the day. Why? Because you can see everything happening in the day. When the sun's out, it's like, oh, I can see shit. And dark, yeah, no shit, it's gonna get worse. It always gets worse. Fuck, even in a normal life, in a normal area anywhere, it gets worse after dark. That's why you tell your kids, hey, don't stay out too late. Don't, you know, if your kids are going out to hang out with friends, you say, hey, get home before dark, you know? Because you know in the dark a lot of shit can happen. Yeah, because in the dark, you know, there you can do shit that you can't see, that you could normally see in the day, but you can't see in the dark. Everything gets worse after the dark. I mean, exactly. Mm-hmm. Makes total sense. You right. Raytom basically are soldiers fighting a war we don't understand. Of course we can't trust them. So yeah, see, this route's painting them like just soldiers. So far we don't know anything about, you know, them working on a cure or anything, or them setting up rations and whatnot. So far, like, our immediate, like, even in the previous routes, we never saw them as, like, soldiers and shit. We never saw them as soldiers. Ever. I mean, we saw them hold guns, and I guess they fought back again, in Cannon's route, they fought back against Makoto's group that one time. But they never really were shown as violent. They were shown as, like, you know, people who were there, like, in case of, like, self-defense or whatnot, or to help, you know, put down, you know, violent, riots and shit. But they were never seen as people, like, you know, pursuing something. They were there to, like, defend, not to pursue, is what we've always seen them as, but now in this route they're being painted differently. Which is weird because this is this, you know, very similar scenario as to what Satsuki's route was. Like, it was the same turning point as Satsuki's route, so you'd think it would be a very similar situation. But it seems wildly different now. Akira, what is Raytom doing? Has Akira been pretty chill in this one? I don't think we've seen much of Akira, honestly. So we wouldn't really know. Well, then again, I've never really seen much of Akira in the pre-pandemic era anyway. Usually is. In fact, so far Cannon's route has been the longest, and how long did that last? Just out of curiosity. Jesus, look how long. Just look at the mini-map. I want to say, just look at the mini-map in comparison to Satsuki's. Watch. Satsuki's goes down a little over halfway, and then Cannon's almost hits the fucking bottom. It's insane how long Cannon's was. But yeah, Cannon's was what? November 19th. November 19th. That's how long it lasted. So yeah, that's less than a month from where we're at now. So yeah, should be about a month. That's all I'm trying to say.
もしかしたら学園の保健室に似たような薬はあるかもしれない。
But you know, then that could also run out. True. Yeah, you never want to be like, well, I guess this will work, and then it, because obviously we're not doctors, we don't know Cannon's extensive medical record, we don't know shit about, different fucking chemicals reactions to different fucking factors. We could be like, oh, this looks like it treats the same exact illness, then we give it to her, it's like, oh, but you didn't know that she has this condition which fucking causes a negative reaction with this medication. So yeah, it's a very slippery slope we really don't want to fucks with. Want to leave that shit to the professionals.
とはいえ、薬はユノの方にも使いたいからな。
That's the thing. Yuno is just kind of like a normal person, as far as we know. We don't know if Yuno has any extensive medical problems, but if she does have any kind of like hidden medical problems, obviously outside the infection, I doubt it really compares to Cannon. Like, Cannon's had a whole history of being ill, and we know why that is, but I mean, at the same time, we don't. Like, I do know why that is because I've gone down a route, but in this current moment right here, I don't know why that is, so it'd be very hesitant regardless. I'd be a lot less hesitant just because beyond the infection, she seems like just a normal, healthy person. Which is also a good point. We don't know how any medication would react to the infection, but still. What the fuck good are you then? Are you not helping me? Oh, don't say that. Now you're gonna make her feel like a fucking burden. Yeah, but you're a little shit. I don't want you to overburden yourself, homie. God, I'm so glad I changed the first name. I'm prepared to overburden myself? No, you're never prepared to overburden yourself. Aww. I hate seeing Yuno's sad face. She's always so bright and happy, and then when she gets sad, you just feel really bad for her. Like, so far, all the other ones, they get, like, pouty, and you're like, yeah, I get it, they're sad. Then when Yuno gets pouty, I'm like, oh, no, baby girl, no. I don't want to have a regret like that anymore. Homie. See, having a name like that, it adds levity to these intense situations, which I don't think the devs intended. Like, they either intended for you to either leave the default name or to use your own name, is what they intended, I'm guessing. But it keeps you from getting too sad and down during these dark moments. You just like, homie, ooh, you see. I feel like I did me and anyone watching a service by doing this, honestly. I won't let that happen. I'll fucking kill both of you before I let that happen. I mean, what? Wow, great, that makes me feel good. Yeah, as long as you're able to keep doing that, you don't end up, like in the previous routes. I wasn't saying you weren't, I'm just saying make sure you're able to maintain that. My name's not Minato. Like, I get it, it's because of the space in between the name. But my name's not Minato. Like, dude, we went through the entirety of Satsuki's route, and she didn't once, and never once, by any of the characters, was ever referred to as Minato. So, like, why couldn't they have... Yeah, I feel like they could have, also carried that over to these. Like, I get it, if you use a fucking custom name, obviously she can't have, like, space out your name, but I feel like they could do with, like, what they've done with with any other fucking situation where your name is used, and they just don't say it. They just don't say your name, which is fine. I feel like they could have done that as well. I feel like it's me being nitpicky, but it just bothers me when it fucking pops up. Cannon hunches over, clutching her forehead.
かなり熱出てるな。さっきからあんまり喋らないと思ったら。
熱出てたんだね。気づいてあげられなくてごめん。
No, it's cool.
ごめんね。熱ぶり返しちゃったみたい。さっきまでは大丈夫
Well, then get the fuck to bed. Fuck off.
いいから、今日はもう休め。肩を貸すから部屋まで戻るぞ。俺に掴まれるか？
Lean on me.
じゃあ反対側は僕だよ。
Oh.
よいしょっと。
There's Fuka getting blue-faced. We carefully carried Cannon up to her bed and set her in it.
本当にごめんね。
Don't worry about it.
謝らないでいい。そうだな。これもそのうちユノにやるかもしれないし、予行練習だ。
I'd rather not think about that, but yeah.
ダメだったか。場を和ませようと思ったんだが。
Are you out of your fucking mind? Don't worry. We have our friend that has a fucking illness that we only know to fucking kill people and that we don't know has a cure. I should probably remind you of that, right? That'll lighten the mood.
それでもユノちゃんの体調が悪くなるように考えたら普通にダメだよ。
Dumbass.
罰として濡れタオルと解熱剤持ってきて。
Yeah, who knows? Our friend might fucking... Our friend's illness might progress worse. Hey, anyone feel better now? What the fuck kind of bullshit rationale is that?
兄使いの荒い妹だ。
Could you be any more of a dumbass? Don't fucking prove that you can. Don't answer that question, please.
はいは一回。
はい。
Like, you fucking deserve it at this point. Well, Cannon's laughing, so I guess I'm okay with the abuse. Phone call?
と、ユノから電話だ。
I want the girls to hear Yuno's voice, so I put her on
も
speaker.
しもし。
Yeah, I put her on speaker. Oh god, I'm dying! Oh shit. Homie?
どうした？やっぱり学園に一人だけだと寂しくなっちまった。
Then you can hear Satsuki, I'm here.
そんなわけないよって言いたいところだけど。
That else can make everyone else depressed.
学園ってなんでこんなに怖いの？王か七不思議とか思い出してきちゃったよ。
Maybe take her off speaker, dipshit.
そんなのあったのか。
知らないの？羨ましいな。私知ってるからね。保健室を走り回る人体模
Well,
型
don't
の
remind
話と
yourself
か。
of that when you're living in the
人体
infirmary.
模型君と仲良く話せばいいじゃないか。
意地悪。
I love Fuka's faces, honestly.
と、耳キンキンする。あんまり大声出すなよ。レイトムに見つかるぞ。
そうだった。ごめんごめん。
そんなに話したいなら、せっかくだ。近くにいる奴らと話をさせてやるよ。ほら、フーカ。
あ、もしもし、ユノちゃん？あ、フーカちゃん？よかった。フーカちゃんは無事だったんだ。うん。ユノちゃんの顔も見れたらいいんだけど。そういうわけにもいかないよ。私、感染しちゃったみたいだから。うん、聞いてる。お兄ちゃんと仲良くしてね。あ、うん。でもなんか別れの挨拶みたいで嫌だよ。
Yeah, you know, I...
でも実際話せるの最後かもしれないから。そんなこと言わないで。きっと良くなるから。そうだよね。でも伝えたいんだ。 風花ちゃんのお兄ちゃんはね。
Okay, ouch, I'm right here.
本当はとっても優しくて素敵な男の人だって。
My heart suddenly starts pounding loudly.
いうか伝えないと。すまん、ユノ。言い忘れたことがあるんだが。
何？
この電話スピーカーモードで声が周りに全部筒抜けだから。
I can just picture Yuno's face turning red.
言うのが遅い。
Yeah, usually this kind of common courtesy, be like, "Hey, you're on speaker, go." You know, you always let the person know they're on speaker.
すまん。これはマジですまん。
明日文句言ってやるから覚えててよね。それじゃあかのちゃんに代わるね。
That's kind of the last person. She couldn't stand the embarrassment and ran away.
もしもし、ユノ？あ、かの？声いっぱい聞いてたよ。元気そうでよかった。かのんも落ち着いたって聞いてたけど、ちょっと体調悪そうだね。夜になって悪くなってきちゃって。でも今は風花ちゃんがいるから。
俺もいるんだが。
まだまだ看病見習いだからユノがしっかり教えてあげてね。私なんかでいいの？
Aww. Like, even though her face is on the screen, I can just see it. I can just see how her face would look if fucking paired with how she just said that line. Yo, I can just feel the fucking aw coming from her fucking mouth.
遠慮しないで。辛い時は彼にいっぱい甘えること。いい？
She's already in a lot of pain of her own. Once again, I'm impressed with Kanon's selflessness.
わかった。ありがとう。お互い元気になったらまた会おうね。約束だよ。約束。
Hell yeah, and Yuno never breaks a promise. Kanon hands me the
もし
phone.
もし。まあそんなこんなで前途多難だがなんとかやってみる。
迷惑かけてごめんね。でもみんなの声が聞けて少しほっとしたよ。
明日顔見せるからそれまでいい子に寝てるんだぞ。
子供扱いだな。はーい。それじゃあおやすみ。
ああ、おやすみ。向こうもまあ今のところは元気みたいだな。
Yeah, considering.
ユノも言ってたけど私もほっとした。ユノちゃんに笑顔で会えるようかのんちゃんも元気にならないとだよ。
See, that's another thing. Throughout all of Satsuki's route, not once did they ever get the names switched up in the wrong places. Now, it seems like fucking everything I see, the names are every fucking scene at least. And someone fucking switches the names up. If there's a scene that goes on for an extended amount of time, guarantee a fucking name's gonna get switched up. Once again, it's just me being nitpicky over shit that doesn't matter, but still. Kanon looks down shyly and smiles. Seems like the phone call did everyone good.
まさかユノが俺のことをあんなにベタ褒めするなんてな。俺が聞いてないと思ってあんなことを風花へ言ったってことは、その本音なんだよな。
Yuno's words make me feel very strange. I don't think I'll be able to sleep for a while tonight.
Yeah.